you doing, everybody? My name is Stanley, man. This is the Sullivan Report. Today I want to talk about what makes a passport brother. No, why are so many brothers leaving the United States and going to these foreign countries to find wives and women? I mean, what's wrong with the women that are here? Well, let me tell you. The reason why so many brothers are going across the waters to find wives and women, and it's because the women over here are not adhering to what is talked about in the Bible as far as relationships between a man and a woman. Let me show you this video about some of the girls that are, keeping their brothers together.
How do you keep your man satisfied without?
That's why I went to Japan to get me a wife.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, don't ruin it. I said, that's why I didn't marry no black woman. You know, I told my mom got so mad when I said that, but just keep it real. Like, come on. Like, I asked my wife for a glass of water, and she was pregnant at the time, and she ran to the kitchen to get it and came back. And my mom was like, why you got this girl running to the kitchen? I said, I didn't ask her to run. I just asked her for a water, but that's how they do it. I don't know why they do it like that, but they hurry up and get you shit. When I asked her really nice, hey, babe, can you give me a glass of water? And she just jogged to the kitchen.
Right.
I don't know why she did that.
Yeah.
And my mom was mad. And then from that second on, my mom was in her head. And by the time my mom left, my ex-wife was already acting like a black girl doing all this. I was like,
Mr. Kevin. You see what he said? His mother was in that girl's ear the whole time she was there. And by the time she left, his woman was acting just like these other women in this United States. I mean, it's only here that, here in Europe, that women treat men so doggishly. Women in Africa and those Asian countries, they know how to treat men.
When you run an outlaw business, you know your CRM can make or...
They know exactly what to do.
To say the Asian girls were my favorite preference because I've met a few Asian girls that treated me really good. They have a different culture.
Now, are we talking Asian girls from Asia or ones who are born in America?
Well, both. Okay. I used to be married to a Japanese woman that was straight from Japan.
Right.
And I married her for a few reasons, but the main reason was I was like, I'm never going to meet another woman this good that treat me like this. I come home from the gym, bath water ready. She put me in there. She washes me, dries me off, put my clothes on. And my food is ready. I'm sitting in front of TV eating.
Sounds like a masseuse.
Dude. She just catered to me and I didn't have to ask her. That's the way she was, right? And that made me like go after more Asian women, right? And all of them not like that. But the ones that are very cultured and from other countries, like Thailand and Japan and the Philippines.
And that's the key word, culture. Their cultures teach them how to treat men. Same as when you go to the African continent. I've seen a lot of videos. I haven't been there yet, but I'm going. A lot of videos about the way African women treat their men, and it's exactly the same way as these Asian women. They do everything they can for them.
Different. They are more.
Now, the way a woman treats you as a man is going to be the exact same way she's going to treat and raise the legacy of your children. Now, what's the biggest difference between the Asian culture woman and Western women?
Western women are doing something that women in Eastern Europe and other places in the world don't do. And it's a very simple version of it is, in most countries in the world, if a woman's above 18, she won't be dating a guy she could at least see the possibility of marrying in the future. That's the basic premise. They will date you if they see that under the correct circumstances, if things work out, they might end up married to you with children.
1, their femininity. 2, they're compassionate.
You want to take my order?
You want some rice?
3, Asian women tend to be more catering and more supportive of their man.
Perfect.
I am the commander of this house. I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
Yes, Daddy. Oh, yes. Yes, Daddy. Oh, yes, Daddy.
Seeing a woman act like that in the West is equivalent to you seeing a giraffe kissing a rhino. Seeing women act like that in the West is equivalent to you seeing a Bigfoot riding a unicorn. Seeing women behave like that in the West is equivalent to you seeing a school bus stopping to get gas, because you never see it happen. Because women in the West, they have lost all traditional core values of being a woman.
I got into a force. I ate his ass.
I got now in 3 different countries.
I cheated on everybody I went with.
Whereas Western women just think, oh, well, he's funny. I'll just fuck him for a few months and whatever. Oh, now I have a kid. Oh, I'm a single mom. They don't think ahead. They don't think, will I marry this man? If you ask the average 19-year-old American girl who she's going out with, would you marry him? She's like, no. Then why is he? Like, why? For what now? You know, so it's just a completely different view on relationships. The view is completely skewed, and it's skewed because women have become more masculine in the fact that they believe that them sleeping around or sleeping with a bunch of people is no different.
And that's key too. These women over here, they act just like men. You can hardly tell the difference, if you know, in their mannerisms and you know the way they wear their clothes and everything about them these days. They're just like men.
Than a man doing it, which is obviously completely wrong. Everyone with a brain knows that.
So tell us a little bit about what y'all do in the industry.
I am a Brazilian Asian queen.
Oh. Oh.
All day, all night.
Okay. And you?
Suck a lot of
Oh, you suck a lot of dick.
throat go.
Oh, throat go.
What do you prefer a man to make?
What the fuck? A trillionaire, bro.
Billionaire?
Yeah, what the fuck? A trillionaire or a billionaire, at least a billionaire.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I know I'm gonna be making that shit in the future, so I don't even care about that shit.
Oh, like OnlyFans?
No, OnlyFans.
You know what that? That's good. I like that.
But you see, like I have an OnlyFans. I post on Instagram. I post sexy pics of myself, and I go out. Like my fiance lets me go out. He lets me have a good time, and he'll stay at home.
So what?
Wow.
You're the man of that relationship. You are the girl boss, posting naked pictures going out. He's staying at home. You in charge.
Can't fully.
What's your body count? I would say 150. Oh, God. Yeah.
Now she's had sex with 150 men. What did I make her? If you knew that going in, would you want to lay down with that? I wouldn't.
200.
Haram.
Now, Mr. Andrew Tate, what is the #1 trait that men look for in a woman?
You know the #1 thing men look for in a woman? Loyalty. Who said loyalty?
I did.
Now, may we have the one and only Miss Filipina P come explain to us the biggest difference between Asian culture woman and Western woman.
Western guys complain that their women are sleeping with too many men. Yes, they do. Do you think that a woman's body count matters? Like they're sleeping a lot with a lot of men. Do you think it's important? Of course it is. Because it describes what kind of woman you are. If you sleep with so many men, with the whole barangay. Yes, it defines who you are. And I think it's problematic too. Yes. How about you, Era?
Yes, for me it's no, because when I sleep with a man, and that man will be my husband,
Mhm.
and I can.
So you believe in
Yes.
the no sex before marriage?
Yes, it's a big no.
So I'd presume you're still immaculate.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Candice?
You don't want to be used and abused.
Okay, so you don't want to sleep with a lot of guys.
I don't want.
That's why I don't blame a lot of men for having a little bit of Asian persuasion, a little bit of yellow fever.
And that's one of the reasons why so many men are going to these Asian countries, because they're more traditional in the way they treat their men and how they view themselves. You know, that girl said she slept with about 200 men. I'm not saying all women are like that, but a lot of women are. And it is so much going on out here that you just don't want to be bothered with it. I mean, at least I don't want to be, you know. I mean, you have to seriously do your research before you know, get serious with some of these women here in the United States of America.
Yeah, I'm quite attracted to Asian women. I'd say for two reasons. You know, I find myself attracted for two reasons. Number one, I think that, and you know, to generalize a bit here, they're more feminine. And number two, they look good.
In the Asian culture, they're very loyal. You know what I mean? Especially in Korean culture.
As a matter of fact, this black man loves Asian women so much that he is starting to look like an Asian. Look at his eyes. You can barely see him.
We need some milk.
Those are fun women. Those are not the serious ones.
Right. I look at those women like ninjas that I'm trying to avoid. Like when I go to the club in Miami and I see these chicks who just have BBLs and they just stand around just looking at dudes and stuff, like to me, those are like enemies. Like I just assume you have the worst possible intentions for whatever dude. I don't trust you. I wouldn't bring you back to my house. Yes, I would like to fuck you, but I am not going to or pursue that in any way because I believe that you are pure evil.
Bro, I take it a step further. If a woman got BBL and big fake lips, I don't even want to fuck her.
Really?
No, I don't want shit to do with them. Wow. I just, for me, in my opinion, I just don't like the way it look. But I'm an ass connoisseur. I like real ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a big ass. It just have to be shaped nice. You know, because you know, I like to spend a lot of time in like Japan and stuff like that. Girls are not known for big asses over there. But some of those girls, they have like nice ass. You know.
Yeah, because you have an Asian fetish, right?
No, I don't have an Asian fetish. Don't put the evil on me. Don't put the evil on me, Ricky Bobby. See,
fetish might be too much.
This man loves Asian women so much that he starts singing China's national anthem.
That's the thing you're saying about Asian women. When I think about it, like, all right, so my girl's Armenian. So she grew up in this community where societally the way that they relate to each other is a little bit different. And very early on, I started to realize, oh, she loves to clean up after me. She loves to cook for me. She loves to take care of me. And the first time that I ever brought her around my mom, and my girl went up to go get me a plate of food when the food got served or whatever. I didn't even have to get up. I didn't even think about it. She just brings me over a plate of food. And my mom says to her, like, why are you doing that for him? Make him get up and get his own plate of food. And I'm just thinking, look at what feminism has done to our society, that my mom thinks that she's doing something wrong by loyally serving her, you know, what would go on to be her fiance. And I understand where my mom's coming from, because she probably grew up in more of like a sexist environment where she thinks that that's wrong. My girl, she likes that. That makes her feel good to be able to, you know, do things for me.
Right. My mom did the same thing to my Japanese when I was married. And I had to tell my mom, I said, Mom, this is why I went to Japan to get me a wife.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, don't ruin it. I said, that's why I didn't marry no black woman. You know, I told my mom got so mad when I said that, but I'm just keeping it real. Like, come on. Like, I asked my wife for a glass of water, and she was pregnant at the time, and she ran to the kitchen to get it and came back. And my mom go, why you got this girl running to the kitchen? I said, I didn't ask her to run. I just asked her for or what, but that's how they do it. That's I don't know why they do it like that, but they hurry up and get you shit. When you ask her really nice, hey babe, can you get me a glass of water? And she just jogged to the kitchen.
Right.
I don't know why she did that.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's it. They don't mind treating their men like kings. And in return, we treat you as good, as well as we can. And you know, at least I will. I'll treat you like like you've never been treated before. I mean, it's reciprocal. And these women here in the United States, feminism, like the man said, like the brother said, feminism destroyed a lot of relationships. Feminism is the reason a lot of children aren't born. Feminism is the reason a lot of relationships fail. Feminism made some divorce lawyers very rich. Feminism is something that's really, really not in line with the scriptures. And that's why a lot of bros are getting their passports and taking their trip. That's why a lot of bros are going to Asia, Africa, Brazil, wherever, to find their wives and their women, their significant others. That's why. My name is Stan the Man. This has been the Sullivan Report on the Dream Nation Network. Have a good week, everybody. Stay tuned we'll have another exciting show in the very near future. Just stay tuned and we'll see you.